I'm glad to have the opportunity of making the presentation. I shall be speaking today about current situation and development trade of China's food industry import. China's economy grew by 2.3% in 2020 and was the world's only major economy to achieve positive growth in 2020. China imports a large number of dairy products, aquatic products, meat, fruits, nuts, wine, and etc. from more than 180 countries and regions, and the import demand is increasing significantly in recent years. In this regard, China Council for the Promotion of International Trade Information Center will organize the virtual B2B Fair, China Online Import Fair of Food and Agro Products 2021, connecting international suppliers with Chinese buyers from June 21st to 25th, 2021. And the one-to-one online matchmaking can be arranged during May 24th to June 30th, 2021. The content of this is mainly divided into two parts: imports of the status quo and inspection and quarantine requirements for food entry Chinese market. The current situation of food import is mainly from the following three aspects. The first one is China's food industry import status quo, and the second one is output and demand of imported food industry. The third one is food import and export industry development prospects. At present, the market status of China's food import industry is mainly presented as follows. The first one is consumption upgrading has led to a steady rise in import consumption. The third one is imported food has become an important part of China's family food. The third one is digital development will broaden consumer consumption channels. In recent years, China's resident income presents a steady and rapid growth. From the chart, we can see, in 2019, China's per capita disposable income was 30,733 yuan, an increase of 8.9% over the previous year, or 5.8% in real terms after adjusting for inflation. The consumption psychology and consumption habits of Chinese residents have changed. Their diet consumption habits have been gradually towards nutrition, health, leisure, international high-level consumption change. It can be seen from the figure. Among the key factors that residents pay attention to when buying food, food safety and quality account for a large proportion. The second is the taste, brand, price, and so on. At the same time, the development of logistics and the Internet has prompted the popularization of more consumption modes and the steady growth of China's import consumption scale. By 2019, the size of China's imported food market had reached $90.81 billion, up 23.4% year-on-year, and the import volume had a net increase of $17.24 billion compared with 2018. Imported food is no longer out of reach for ordinary residents of our country, but is accepted by more and more consumers. In 2019, more than 50% of China's residents consumed imported food, more than 10% of household food, an increase of about 5% compared with the previous year. In addition, digital development will broaden consumer consumption channels and upgrade the efficiency of purchasing. With the development of digitalization, online channels effectively connect the supply side with the demand side, which accelerates the efficiency of online consumption, simplify the original and traditional import trade complex supply chain process, reduce the intermediate cost. The variety of imported food is also becoming increasingly diversified. China's imported food generally include fruits and vegetables, meat and eggs, aquatic products, cold drinks, milk and dairy products, cooked food baking, by food and oil, casual snacks, alcoholic beverage, infant and young children's food, etc. Specifically, in 2017, the import value of meat and products, dairy products, aquatic seafood, and products reached $9.05 million, $9.03 million, and $8.54 million, respectively, accounting for 15.4%, 15.1%, and 30.9%, respectively, accounting for more than 40% of the total of these three categories of food. With the upgrading of domestic food demand structure and the change of people's consumption concept, the key types of imported food in China are gradually changing. Imports of dairy products, eggs, honey, and other edible animal products, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and their products, meat and products, aquatic products, and other products continue to grow. On the other hand, imports of animal and plant oils and decomposed products, cereals, and products showed a decreasing trend. Certainly, the rapid growth of imported food is closely related to China's trade facilitation measures and tariff reduction in recent years. China's overall tariff level has been reduced from 50.3% in 2001 to 9.8%. Among them, the average tariff rate of agricultural products has been reduced from 23.2% to 50.2%, which is about a quarter of the world average tariff level of agricultural products. For the development prospects of food import and export industry, the market space will be more and more broad because national industry policy support, the purchasing power of residents has increased. Modern logistic system is becoming more and more perfect. Improved consumer brand awareness. Internet technology and popularity increase. First point is on national industry policy support. In 2019, the State Council of the People's Republic of China issued the regulations for the implementation of the Food Safety Law of the People's Republic of China. To refine the main responsibilities, government supervision responsibilities, and accountability measures of production operators. To strengthen penalties for illegal and non-compliant enterprise and their legal representatives according to procedures. To improve food safety standards, risk monitoring, and other systems to ensure food safety and safeguard people's health. The second is the purchasing power of residents has increased. The acceleration of urbanization and the increase of per capita disposable income will effectively drive the growing demand for imported food consumption. The data shows that the per capita disposable income of residents nationwide in 2019 was 30,733 yuan, an increase of 8.9% over the previous year. After deducting price factor, it increased by 5.8% in real terms. In 2019, the per capita consumption expenditure of residents nationwide was 21,559 yuan, an increase of 8.6% over the previous year, and the actual increase was 5.5% after deducting price factors. The third is the modern logistics system is improving. With China's economy entering a new normal, China's logistics system construction has begun to bear fruit. The construction of logistics infrastructure, including high-speed railways, expressways, and modern comprehensive hubs, has made welcome achievements, effectively accelerating the efficiency of domestic freight transportation and reducing transportation costs, greatly prompting the development of domestic industries. Fourth, the improvement of consumer brand awareness. With the improvement of the living standards of domestic residents, consumption upgrading has gradually strengthened consumers' cognitive ability and loyalty to brands, and the change of consumption habits driven by brand awareness will become one of the important directions of the future development of the domestic food industry. Finally, the improvement of Internet technology and popularity brings new opportunities for the development of the industry. With the continuous deepening and popularization of Internet technology, the consumption mode of Chinese residents has been deeply affected and changed. As of March 2020, a number of netizens in China was 904 million, and the Internet penetration rate reached 64.5%. The rapid increase in the scale of Internet users has prompted the change of China's residents' commodity purchase habits, and greatly prompted the development of China's online shopping industry. Here's the second part: inspection and quarantine requirements for food entering Chinese market. The second part is divided into three parts, respectively: imported food safety information management, contents and requirements of inspection and quarantine, China import food safety, supervision, and management system. The first part is imported food safety information management. Information management. The Food and Drug Administration shall urge the operating enterprises to upload the relevant information of imported food directly sold and used through import to a unified food safety information traceability platform. then the imported food that is not in conformity with the national food safety standards and has major food safety risks and hidden dangers shall be inspected by the Municipal Food and Drug Administration after verification. The relevant information shall be notified to the Entry, Exit, Inspection and Quarantine Bureau in time. Imported food that does not meet the national food safety standards shall be dealt with. The Entry, Exit, Inspection and Quarantine Bureau shall urge the importer to input the relevant information of the imported food directly sold and used through import into the electronic supervision system of the Inspection and Quarantine Bureau according to the relevant requirements. The second part I will describe from 8 aspects. The first one is labeling requirements for imported prepackaged food. The second one is food additive testing. The third one is pesticide residue detection. First is detection of transgenic ingredients. Fifth is food microbiological detection problems. Sixth is animal and plant inspection and quarantine. Seventh is biological toxin detection of traditional Chinese medicine. The last one is commodity packing requirements. There are 4 basic requirements. The first one is food labels should be easy to understand and based on science. Contents that are superstitious, pornographic, disparaging other foods, or contrary to the common sense of nutrition science should not be marked. The second one is food labels shall be true and accurate, and shall not be introduced in false, exaggerated, misleading, or deceptive words, graphics, or other ways, nor shall they be misled by font size or color difference. The third one is food labels should not directly or by suggestive language, graphics, or symbols mislead consumers to confuse the food they purchase or a certain nature of the food with another product. The last one is food labels shall not indicate or imply that they have the function of preventing or curing diseases, and non-health food shall not express or imply that it has a function of health care. Label content. The label of imported prepackaged food provided directly to consumers shall include the name of the food, list of ingredients, net content and specifications, name, address, and the contact information of the agent, importer, or distributor, date of production and shelf life, storage conditions, country of origin, other contents that need to be marked. The second aspect, food additive testing. When food additives are imported, they shall be inspected and guaranteed by the inspection and guaranteeing bodies of the ports. Import is allowed only if it passes the inspection. When importing a new variety of food additives or a new variety of food-related products for the first time, the importer shall file an application with an administrative department of public health under the State Council, and submit the relevant safety assessment materials. The third aspect is pesticide residue detection. Since China formally joined the WTO in 2001, the tariff of imported agricultural products has decreased significantly, and its market share of domestic agricultural products is also increasing day by day. Where a large number of imported products are flooding into the market, the residues of harmful substances in agricultural products are also attracting people's great attention. Therefore, stressing the inspection and quarantine of import agricultural products, analysis, and evaluation appear particularly necessary. At present, gas chromatography mass spectrometry, GCMS, and liquid chromatography tandem mass spectrometry, HPLC, MS, are the main methods for the detection of pesticide residues in agricultural products, crops and food, fruits and vegetables. HPLC MS is one of the preferred methods for analysis due to its high sensitivity and strong anti-interference ability. The first aspect is the detection of transgenic ingredients. Any agricultural GMO products listed in the label management catalog and used for sale shall bear GMO-related labels. Those that are not marked or not marked in accordance with the provisions shall not be imported or sold. The fifth aspect is food microbiological detection problems. 1. Inspection standard issues. Standard is an important basis for our inspection. Law enforcement in some aspects of the standards, especially national standards on the formulation of relatively weak, such as no national standards in frozen aquatic products. 2. Conflict between food shelf life and inspection cycle. When food shelf life is short, it often conflicts with the inspection cycle. 3. Sampling rationality. Most of the sampling standards in our country are based on the quantity of each batch of goods to determine the number of sampling inspection. Without specific consideration of microbial differences, harm degree changes, and other factors, when the quantity of imported and exported food is not too large, often take one sample to represent the whole batch of food. 4. Inspection cost. Some inspection items of the inspection cost is higher than the inspection fee standard in order to quickly, accurately, and effectively detect some pathogenic bacterial and dangerous bacterial, often used some instruments. The reagents are all sets of imported kits. Only the reagent cost is close to or exceeds the inspection fee standard. The sixth aspect is animal and plant inspection and quarantine. All animals and plants, animal and plant products, containers, packages, bedding materials carrying animals and plants, animal and plant products and other quarantine objects, means of transport from animal and plant epidemic areas, and old and disassembled ships entering the country shall be inspected. The following substances shall be prohibited from entering the country: pathogens of animals and plants, including strains of bacteria and viruses, pests, and other harmful organisms. Relevant animals and plants, the products and other quarantine objects from countries or regions with endemic animal and plant epidemics. Animal carcass, soil. The seventh aspect is biological toxin detection of traditional Chinese medicine. In the import and export of Chinese medicinal materials and Chinese patent medicines, aflatoxin B1, ochratoxin A, and fumotoxin are the three most dangerous toxins known to people in medicinal plants and products because of their greater toxic and side effects on human body. However, no corresponding safety and health limit standards or detection methods have been formulated for more than 10 other biotoxins in medicinal plants and their products. The eighth aspect, community packing requirements. 1. Avoid using toxic materials. 2. Actively develop the technology of using plant as packaging material. 3. Use recycled materials whenever possible. 4. Single packaging material is selected. In the third part, I'm going to start with 3 small points: pre-enter access, immigration inspection, post-entry supervision. Pre-entry access. Firstly, risk analysis system. Evaluate the effectiveness of the quality and safety management system of countries or regions that export meat and aquatic products to China. Formulate and publish the inspection and quarantine requirements of imported meat products to China, or the countries or regions that export meat products to China may conclude inspection and quarantine agreements to determine the requirements for inspection and quarantine and the relevant certificates. Next, quarantine approval system. The General Administration of Quality Supervision, Inspection, and Quarantine shall implement a quarantine examination and approval system for imported amphibians, reptiles, aquatic mammals, and other agricultural aquatic products with high safety and health risks. Then, health registration system. The General Administration of Quality Supervision, Inspection, and Quarantine shall put on record the exporters or agents that export meat products to the territory of China, and regularly publish the list of exporters and agents that have put on record. In the end, record system for overseas export. Foreign food exporters or agents should put on record with entry, exit, inspection, and quarantine Bureau and published on the website of AQ, SIQ. The second point is immigration inspection. 1. Port inspection and quarantine system. Imported food is allowed to be imported only after passing the inspection and quarantine at the port. Food products with high risks shall be imported at designated ports while meat, chilled aquatic products, grain, and other products shall be imported at designated ports. 2. Designated storage system. Before obtaining the certificate of passing inspection and quarantine, the imported food shall be stored in the supervisory place designated or recognized by the inspection and quarantine organ. Without the permission of the inspection and quarantine organ, no unit or individual may use it. 3. Inspection requirements. Report to the inspection and quarantine institution as a place of customs declaration. While there is no national standard for food safety for the first time to be imported, a license certificate issued by the Administrative Department of Public Health under the State Council shall be submitted. 4. Food inspection standards. The Administrative Department of Public Health under the State Council shall examine the relevant standards and decide to temporarily apply them if they are deemed to meet the requirements for food safety, and shall properly designate the corresponding national standards for food safety. If the health food imported for the first time belongs to supplements of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, it shall be reported to the Food and Drug Regulatory Department under the State Council for the record. 5. Labeling and specification requirements. Comply with the provisions of the Chinese laws and regulations and the requirements of National Food Safety Standards, CIQ inspection, including format layout inspection and conformity of the label content detection, import food labels, and instructions in the emphasis on winning, certification, production areas, and other content, or emphasize contains special ingredients shall provide the corresponding proof. The last point, post-entry supervision, import and sales record system including the importer shall establish authentic and reliable records of import and sales. Risk monitoring system for imported food including formulate and implement the annual safety risk monitoring plan for imported food and adjust inspection, quarantine, and supervision measures for relevant imported food based on the risk analysis based on the risk monitoring results. Risk monitoring system for imported food including importer credit record system. The entry-exit inspection and quarantine department shall establish the credit record for the importer and publish it. So that's the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention.